Bam. Alright, let's see. Find my notes.
I can see if my truck is still at the dock. Yeah, I'll take a look.
Give me just a moment.
Sure. Actually, let me set my phone to not disturb.
Which dock were you at? It's the normal, like the dock that's just to the north. I mean, to the south of the station.
Alright, I'm gonna off radio. There's actually people on duty right now. Alright. I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Poppy Hill. I'm the San Andreas Parks Department coordinator. And today I'm interviewing...
Raymond Ashburn.
Awesome. Hi, Raymond. Okay.
Hello.
We're gonna start off super easy. Go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself, okay?
Alright, sure. I have been, until now, employed as an EMS for a little over a year. So yeah, I've been around that quite a bit. So being on duty, hanging out with hospital staff off duty as well. Yeah, so I'm with EMS. I think you used to be an EMS, so I am a paramedic and like a flight medic and a pilot and marine. So yeah, when I'm not on duty, I do sometimes meet up with people, and I mostly do like activities, participate in some events. I do also like to go off-roading sometimes. Yeah, before I joined EMS way back, I used to work at Public Works, but that was a long time ago. Still know a couple of people from back then. And yeah, that's pretty much it,
Awesome.
I think.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you have a favorite state park or wilderness here?
Area?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I actually really like to go hiking up Mount Gordoy. I've done that a couple of times. I had some rescue calls there as well, which are always interesting. I do also like the Sakudo trades, to be honest. Taking the I have like a Camacho, taking it through the river and stuff. I like it, and also hunting there is nice. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that's it.
Okay. Good choice.
Good choice.
Uh-huh. I like it. I love Mount Gordo.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you know about the different divisions we have within the Rangers?
Yes. There's 3. Which first one is the Education and Community Outreach Program, ECHO, which I believe you're the lead of.
Co-lead with Chevy.
Yeah. So yeah, like that one's probably for like events and community stuff and marathons. I remember once going to a show by the beach. Everything that's inside the park ranger's jurisdiction, really. Also recently, like events like cleaning, picking up rubbish, cut overgrow, hikes. Yeah. Also, if people have questions about, like, for example, clauses for wildlife safety, for camping or hunting, that kind of thing. And there's also the Pets and Wildlife Division. I believe you call it PAW Division. Which is rehoming and rehabilitation of animals and treating injured animals, I believe.
Yeah, that one I'm the lead of.
Pardon?
That one's I'm the lead of.
Oh, okay.
I just moved over because Chevy, holds it down. And Nico, she don't need my help, so I take care of the animals.
That's actually one department I'm kind of curious about. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's also the Coast Guard division, which is coastal patrols and water mountain rescues. If it's by the lake or at sea. I believe it may also be handing out boat licenses and skipper licenses. Hello.
Hi.
Sorry. Is it okay if I'm in here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we were just talking about the departments. Also, assisting EMS if they need us. It's probably also the Coast Guard division.
Yeah.
Wildfires, I think, are also part of that.
Yeah, wildfire is like technically on its own.
Oh, okay.
I'm not as knowledgeable though.
It's a separate division itself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. Well, all of that being said, what one? Well, you kind of already answered, but what one do you think you'd be the most interested in?
I know you have to be a senior ranger to be able to join. I'm not sure how much with EMS. It's like you have to wait a couple of weeks before you can join, like the second one. After you joined the first one, I would probably start with the Coast Guard division, as I already have like a pilot license and a skipper license. I kind of want to get that in first, probably. But I would also like to do the. I just want to see what the power division is all about, honestly.
Yeah.
That's probably the other one I want to do.
Well, that's good to hear.
Preferably all Echo as well.
I mean, they're all fun, truthfully.
Yeah,
Let's
but
see.
then Coast Guard first.
Awesome. Thank you. Next question. Let's see. Well, this seems kind of like I'm gonna ask it anyway. I know you're gonna give me a good answer, but can you describe a time when you successfully examined an injured person and administered first aid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many. Best. I mean, I have these all the time, which is a motor vehicle accident. Where you probably you look for injuries and you give them like a C-collar around the neck first to prevent spinal injuries and stuff, and then you figure out if they have concussion and if their breathing is alright, if they have any internal problems with their breathing, for example, leading to broken ribs or like a punctured lung, anything like that. So yeah, I've had calls of like that, many calls. Also mountain rescues, for example, which is probably more in the Department of Rangers with EMS. Which is kind of a similar procedure, like vehicle accidents, because there's like usually falling involved, or like animal attacks where you detect like claw lacerations, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you wanted to be specific here.
You know, most of the time, yes, but I mean, you've been a paramedic in EMS for a very long time now, so.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, what steps would you take if called upon to conduct a search and rescue mission?
I would, depending on where it is, I would ask EMS if available.
I'm losing my voice.
To assist with the search and rescue mission. And then go to the location where the person is supposed to be. Depending on how you get there, you might have to use a boat or a helicopter. If you once you arrive there, you want to secure the area. If it's like on a mountain and there's mountain lions around, you want to secure that area before EMS gets there, stuff like that. And then you provide first aid until EMS arrives, or you transport them afterwards when there's no EMS around.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And let's see. What steps would you take if a park visitor reported seeing an animal in distress?
Well, it's an interesting question.
Uh-huh.
I would treat the animal wounds or help them out if they're stuck or anything like this. Depending on how much in distress the animal is, I would probably try and distract them somehow, maybe with a rag over the head to cover the head to calm them down. If the injury requires a veterinarian, there's like one I think in Palido and Harmony, so I'll get them there. And then write a report for the paw division and send the animal back to the wildlife or sign it up for adoption, depending what kind of animal it is.
Okay, okay. Da, 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 da. It's okay if you don't know this. This is more just to see where you're at in your knowledge. But what is probable cause and what is reasonable suspicion?
Probable cause. I would put it this way: a crime has occurred or is about to occur, and the suspect. For example, there's a car theft, like someone's ransacking a car, and you drive up to the scene, and you see the person ransacking the car, which is, for me, would be a probable cause incident, so you're allowed to search them, and yes, stuff like that. The other one was reasonable suspicion, right?
Yes.
That one is with the car again. If it's like a suspect, but there's no evidence, like there was this car theft and you were around in the area and you got a report about it, and you get to the scene, you don't see the person stealing anything from the car, but the person's nearby, so in the area, so so you can't search them, but you can, I believe you can pet them and ask them questions, and they can ask for a lawyer, and yeah, that's how I differentiate between the two.
Okay. Sorry. Oh, I'm losing my voice a little bit. Well,
Yeah, me too. I've had this cold for a while.
all right. Are you comfortable or interested in running education classes or events?
Yes, actually. I was actually gonna ask if something like this is available, like to have a possible way to make it interesting to people. Like, I was thinking about like a quiz on animal or like natural facts in groups, maybe.
Oh,
I always feel that this is a nice way to teach people these kind of things. It's not too theoretical, if you know what I mean.
yeah, that would be awesome.
So yeah, definitely interested in that.
All right. How do you see a day in the life of a ranger going?
Okay. First thing, when I get on duty, I would probably wanna post a just like what you said right now. Would paste a random nature fact on Twitter when I go on duty. First thing.
Heck yeah.
And then would include, obviously, depending on the department you're in, but to also like hand out licenses, like hunter and skipper licenses, to patrol in the parks, at the hunting locations. Yeah, check if everything is all right, if people are doing everything by the books, or if they are. I mean, it's also like crime prevention. Animal rescue would also be part of it. Rescue missions in the parks or in the park area, or at sea with EMS, preferably as well. Natural disaster response for like wildfires, for example. Pursuing criminals and prosecution. If it's like a wheat plantation, probably also like collecting evidence. Also, if it's like a cross department, for example, if you start chasing someone and you end up chasing them into the city. So maybe working together with PD on that one. Organizing events, like like a quiz.
Sounds like a busy shift.
Cleaning up rubbish, anything like this. Yeah, I think that's
Imagine if you did that all in one shift.
all I can think of right now.
Wow, I mean, yeah. That sounds like a busy day.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do you think that you can bring to the department?
I would like to. I don't know if this is possible or not, but to have like, I could probably provide EMS trainings if necessary, or have like a conjoint training with EMS. I don't know if that's a possibility. I would like to. I know the connections between Rangers and EMS is not bad at all, so maybe that would be an interesting thing.
Yeah, because we stole one of your lieutenants.
Pardon?
We stole one of your lieutenants a long time ago. Melvin was command for EMS, and he came over here. Now he's command here.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, there's never a bad idea, right?
What do you mean? Like to have?
Just to have ideas for things that you'd like to suggest, you know?
Yeah. What I also like to do is, I was thinking of doing like frequent hiking events, maybe. Like, I like to hike a lot. So, when you're on duty, maybe to have like a kind of a frequent event where you go hiking once in a week or every 2 weeks or
Yes!
something.
I have been pushing weekly hikes for so long.
Yeah, I would
I'm
like to
just
do
like,
that, actually.
please, I don't have time to do them, otherwise I would, but I want someone to do weekly hikes because people love them.
Yeah, so okay, there you have it. Or another thing I was thinking of, I'm not sure how much of that is possible, but doing off-roading stuff as well, like with
Also
vehicles.
great. I love it. I love it all.
Or boat tours, I'm not sure. Anything like that.
Well, I guess that kind of brings me to the next question, which I guess you kind of answered, but what would you like to see the department doing that we don't already?
That's kind of it, actually. Like, yeah, I was also thinking there about the quiz thing, like about nature stuff, and basically organizing frequent hiking events. That's one thing I had, yeah, and off-roading. That's pretty much it. Yep.
Okay. Okay, here is one of the most important questions, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, if you were a tree, what sort of tree would you be and why?
A tree.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to be a fig tree. Because I really love the fruit.
Why?
And I like the climate. It's like warm climate. It grows in the tree. And I've once heard that figs are like a natural laxative. So when they grow in the jungle, monkeys eat them, and they kind of have to poop, and they poop out the seeds, and it's a perfect condition for a new fig tree to grow. It's
Oh.
yeah.
That's a fun answer. I don't think we've ever had something like that.
Yeah, fig tree.
Well, let's see. You have any questions for him?
Not at the moment. No.
All right. let's see. Raymond, do you have any questions for us?
Actually, yes. For example, the paw division.
Yes.
What would a normal day look like for doing that?
I'm gonna be completely honest here and say that I'm in the middle of rewriting the entire paw division. In
Right.
preparations for the housing market to open up. So honestly, I'm kinda figuring that out.
So right in the middle of it. Okay. Gotcha.
I would like to see people. It would involve going to. I don't know. It used to be what we used to do is, especially when Liz, Oliver, and I used to do paw patrols. We used to go into the city and look for strays, and then we try to catch them and check them over, and we'd bring them back to the ranch where we were keeping animals at the time, and we'd take care of them and name them, and then kind of do paperwork and stuff. And that always took up a lot of shift time, and it was always really fun and rewarding, though. Except for the time that Oliver chased a cat into the cul-de-sac right past the ballas, and I really didn't think he was coming back from that.
Okay.
But honestly, it's going more towards, because with animals we do have statewide jurisdiction with animals. So going through Paleto, Sandy, Grapeseed, especially the lesser covered areas, just making sure, if there's any stray animals that we could catch them and get them, safe and checked on. I'm hoping that's a thing. And then once we start getting people's pets home again to their homes, we'll be doing monthly check-ins on pets just to make sure they're being taken care of, they're loved, they haven't run away, all that fun stuff. So pending
Yeah.
lots of changes, but that's initially what we did before.
I see. And how do you differentiate between like doing paw division stuff and like normal patrolling stuff? Is that like, do you just say, okay, I'm gonna do this one day, or?
Yeah, I think that part kind of depends for the ranger. At the time back when we originally did it last year, we used to be able to call the beginning of our call sign. I don't actually know if we could still do that, but we used to specifically change our call signs to be paw 4, paw 3, or whatever instead of R. So that would indicate that we're not available for normal calls and that we're out with animals. And that way it's kind of us saying, hey, we are dedicating time. And that's kind of something I do want to institute going forward, that if we have rangers that are less interested in, being on hand to assist Elia, which is completely fine because, not everyone comes over here for that. Some people want to do, I want to be able to allow them to change their call sign and indicate that they are only interested or working on stuff for that division.
I see. I've never seen that. Someone with the paw call sign.
It was a long time ago now. Yeah. Yeah, because let's see. It's been almost 2 years since I got it going, and then, so probably would have been like a year ago that we were doing a lot of paw things.
I see.
Yeah. So, long time ago.
Right.
But someday, hopefully again, I would like to get all that going again.
Yeah.
But, you have any other questions?
One more. So yeah, if you were to hire me today, how would you know in like a couple months' time that I was the right fit?
Honestly, we've had a lot of rangers come and go, just because, maybe it's not the speed that they expected, or maybe, they didn't get to do nearly enough of what they wanted. And I've always found that the rangers that stay motivated and energetic and always, want to go out and do other things, or just generally kind of remain enthusiastic about educating people on wildlife, I always find that, those ones are often the best fits.
So people that stick around.
people that stick
Basically.
around but show the enthusiasm. You know, the ones that
Right.
aren't gonna sit there and be like, I'm bored. I'm doing the same thing every day. Because yes, sometimes you can be stuck doing the same thing every day, but that means it's up to you to find something exciting and new sometimes, right?
Right.
So,
Like-
you know,
Events.
like it's okay to be bored some days, but you gotta sit around and complain about it, or you gotta go out and make changes and do something about it. That's what I like to see.
I see.
I love it when people are they come to us with like event ideas and they're super excited. They're like, "Can we do this?" And you know, that kind of stuff. I love.
How do you, if you, for example, have like a weekly, let's say the weekly hiking event, how would you let people know? Do you do that just on Twitter or also somewhere on the government website?
Yeah. So Chevy and I do a lot of just the ads for Rangers, and I
Uh-huh.
believe other people can as well. But typically, we try to keep a bunch of ads on hand, and we just word of mouth. A lot of people in Polito like that stuff. So we also, you know, we let people know at events as well. So if we're helping out an event, we'll be like, hey, you know, we're doing like a hike next week or something. It's just kind of between Twitter and word of mouth.
I see.
Yeah.
Do you guys also organize the Halloween event up?
Our hike and campfire stories.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that one.
that was one of our
And the summer
favorites.
camp thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I believe we have Easter stuff coming up next with the egg hunt on Mount Gordo. I really gotta read over my emails. I know I just saw one and I said Easter and then I closed the email. I gotta open it back up again.
I remember last year there was something like that. Like,
Yeah, it was. That one was a
vaguely.
little less planned, but I think this time we're doing a bit more. So
see.
yeah, I think we do wanna. We also have a calendar on our website. Though not as many people know about our website, but we try to, you know, mention our website up at the front desk and whatnot, and then we try to update the calendar with events and stuff. So that would be something that we would likely include on it.
I see. Yeah, I think I don't have any more questions.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in and for your patience with the slightly moving things around.
That's fine. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was good to see you again.
Yeah, after a year,
I know. It's yeah, I know.
I think so. Zona is quite a long time ago.
Now that I think about it, yes, it was. Yeah.
2 hospitals ago.
Yeah, I don't even think I've ever gone to the last hospital, so I'm really, you know,
Free box.
I think I just never went to Eclipse.
Well, that's fine. You didn't miss much.
Alright, let me just go ahead and stop my recorder here before it just kind of burns out, because it is really old.